Everybody has heard of DOGE by now, the Department of Government Efficiency, which is Trump's flashy new project to reduce government spending, cut staff, and drain the swamp. It started as a bold project, but the truth is, most of it is smoke and mirrors, wrapped in some very expensive nonsense. And at the center of it all is Elon Musk, who has not only done a horrible job being the head of the project, but also drowned his own company with it. Let's start with the savings they claim they have made. Musk and his DOGE squad claim they have saved $65 billion in federal waste. It sounds impressive until you look at the receipts. They have a site called Wall of Receipts, where they list all these supposedly cut contracts. This site is filled with math so bad, even a middle schooler can point out the mistakes. For example, DOGE claimed that it cancelled a US aid contract worth $650 million and listed it 3 separate times. So yes, it is outright deception. And the cherry on top was that the contract had already ended under the Biden administration. So no, they did not save that money. They just recycled old paperwork and called it heroism. Then there is the Social Security cut they bragged about. DOGE listed it as $232 million. The actual correct amount was $560,000. You think someone might have double-checked before putting that number online, but clearly accuracy was not part of the job description. And don't even get started on the ICE contract they claimed was $8 billion. It was actually $8 million. And even that was not a guaranteed payout. It was a credit line that might never be spent. So that massive saving was pure fiction. Now let's talk about Elon Musk's greatest hits. He has gone full conspiracy mode, claiming millions of dead people are still collecting Social Security checks. His proof is a chart showing that 9 million people aged over 130 had no death date listed in a federal database. It sounds scary until you realize that doesn't mean they are getting money. The Social Security Administration already flags anyone over 115 for review, so no, vampires are not cashing checks. Musk also claimed immigrants are being handed Social Security numbers too easily and using them to vote. 2 problems. 1. Non-citizens can legally get Social Security numbers, especially if they work and pay taxes. That's how the system is supposed to work. 2. Having a Social Security number does not give you voting rights. That's just not how citizenship works. But facts don't seem to slow him down. DOGE also made headlines for cancelling contracts that never existed. One small business, Culture Point, found themselves listed on the DOGE site with a $10 million contract. Except they never signed anything. They never got paid. The actual number was $100,000, and it was not even finalized. But according to DOGE, it was proudly deleted and added to their savings total. And if you think this is just sloppy math, think again. Musk amplified fake videos accusing USAID of funding celebrity vacations to Ukraine. One featured a phony e-news clip claiming millions were spent on Ben Stiller. The video was fabricated. Stiller funded his own trip and got $0 from the government, but Musk still reposted it to millions, calling it evidence. At a recent town hall, Musk and his buddy Antonio Gracias flashed a chart trying to prove a spike in Social Security numbers issued to immigrants. The audience gasped, but this is what they didn't explain. Those numbers match legal immigration patterns. People get jobs, they pay into Social Security, that's how taxes work. But DOGE framed it as an abuse and fraud to justify slashing federal workers at the Social Security Administration. And speaking of cuts, VA contracts were next on the chopping block. 2 of them help veterans access benefits through the PACT Act, which is a law that provides healthcare to those exposed to toxic substances during service. Musk's crew bragged about axing these deals, so now veterans might have to navigate bureaucracy alone without support. To justify all this, Musk boosted a fake claim that FEMA money meant for disaster relief was secretly used to house undocumented immigrants in luxury New York hotels. In reality, the funds came from a separate Congress-approved program to help cities manage migrant housing. The hotels were mostly mid-scale. But once again, facts were optional. Even Musk's vaunted DOGE clock, which tracks supposed savings, is a joke. It does not show real numbers. It adds $4 billion a day based on nothing. Just a ticker that makes Musk and Trump look like budget wizards to anyone who doesn't read past the headline. So far, experts say DOGE's actual savings are closer to $2 billion and not $65 or $110 billion as they claim. And for all that chaos, the average taxpayer might see $2 out of it. Maybe. That was all for today's video. If you want more quick explanations on different topics, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.